Inside of the reopening of the Saab car museum in Trollhättan is Jörgen Trued for Saabs United. I'm standing here on the second level, looking down at all the cars that once again can be re-seen at the car museum. Looking down here, some of the old engines. Here is the Eldorado Grey 900 that actually got its name from an Italian seller that got its name for this color. A little unique interior here. Some concept vehicles. 9.3 convertible biopower hybrid. I don't know how much of an engine that really sits under the bonnet, but it's an interesting concept. The 300 horsepower 9.5 biopower concept. And looking down here, you can see this is an old factory with cranes and things up in the ceiling, so it's, and tons of people, of course. So I'm going to go down the stairs here and see what we come up with. It's just a little after 11 and still people are getting in here. Looks like we're getting into the competitions department with their old rally cars. That is such a big and important part of Saab's history. There is actually a car that Peter Poker Wallenberg drove in the Swedish long distance series a couple of years ago. I think it's missing the engine, but it was quite a successful car. The predecessor of this one was a 9.5 wagon. I don't have it in the museum, I don't know where it is, but we're probably going to figure that out. Here is one of the Talladega record-breaking cars, number 2. One is in the US, owned now by Tom Donnie, I believe. Some of the 99 turbos, well, an A99 turbo, and the EMS that only competed for a year and a half, something like that. The V4 that Per Eklund drove in the Swedish Rally 1976, that was taken right from the rally to the museum. Over here is Eric Paulson's car from Baja California in the late 60s. Interesting, this car, it has the exhaust pipe up on the roof, and I think there's a double suspension thing on this as well. Somewhere, maybe it's just in the back. Getting down here, it's the Sonnet, Coupe d'Alps. The monster Saab with the 2 engines that was extremely lightweight and also broke some speed records once upon a time. Oh, sorry, sir. Okay. Some design cars here. The EV1 that was designed by Björn Envall way back in the 80s, something like that. It got a really high speed on this one. I think they drove it on 270 kilometers, something like that. It's basically a 900 underneath. The spectacular 9X. Some more of the concept cars that was built before the 9.3 new generation sports wagon. Here is an odd little figure. Actually, it's a Subaru Tribeca, but it's disguised as a Saab. Never made it into production. And here is the 9.4 biopower concept, the predecessor of 9.4X that's built in Mexico. And maybe this one is the queen of the whole museum. It's the Aero X that got so many prizes after it's been shown at the car show in Geneva a couple of years ago. Quite an astounding car. That's this really unique kind of opening of it. It sort of opens up the whole roof, and yeah, it's special, very special. Getting into the Sonnet department, the plastic-bodied Saabs, and on the other side there is another plastic-bodied Saab creature. It's the Saabo, a trailer camper that was built in the 60s in a couple of hundred pieces. The Sonnets, by the way, were approximately 11,000 made of them out of the Sonnet 3 version, as you can see here, and also the Sonnet 2, the Katarina, and the Sonnet 1s that were built only in, six of them, something like that. So, more coming up.